On this channel, $1 Million Made Easy, we love to run numbers for people. It's a unique financial tool that you and your friends and anybody that you know can use. We just plug in numbers and see what the S&P 500 might do going forward, looking at what it's done for the last 100 years. Let's say an individual has reached retirement. They have $1 million saved up. They're ready to retire. They want to give themselves a 3% COLA. They want to have a 70-30 asset allocation. In other words, 70% remaining in the S&P 500 because you want the growth that can provide, but you also want a cash reserve account, a bucket. So when the market's going down, you're not taking out of this, you're taking out of that. We're just going to say that's getting 3%. We can run all kinds of different numbers. But let's see how often an individual might run out of money looking forward, beginning with $1 million. I didn't take anything out, did I? I got to pick an amount. Let's just do $4,000 a month, which is 4.8% return. 4.8% return. How many times? Again, this is over the last 100 years. Look at the numbers. After 20 years, how much money you would have. I mean, with these kind of amounts, you could change this million to 2 million and be taken out twice as much. But in this case, there are a couple cases in the last 100 years that you would run out of money. They were 1929, 1930, and the year 2000. But every other year, here's the graph, every other year you're in great shape. There's the 2 you're running out of money, and there's the year 2000 you're running out of money. But every other year you're going great guns, beginning with $1 million. Here's a $2 million line. How often you'd be 2 million and above. In fact, it shows you right here in the chart. 96% of the time, you'd have money left after 20 years. 91% of the time, you'd have over $500,000, and 79% of the time, this is using 100 years worth of data, 79% of the time, you'd have more than what you started with. After withdrawing this $4,000 a month, giving yourself a 3% COLA, this million, you'd still have more than that after 20 years. And after 30 years, 91% of the time, you'd have more than that. That's the way these numbers work out. That's what we like to do on this channel, run numbers for people. We can change the asset allocation. We can change your COLA. We can change the amount you need to take out a month. We've run numbers many times. You don't really want to go much past, definitely 5%. You don't want to go to 6 and 7%. I'm going to show you what I mean by that. If you start going up here and sneaking up here to, okay, that's 6.6%. Not only are you going to run out of money in 1929, 1930, you're going to run out of time 21 times. You're going to run out of money. Why? Because you're withdrawing 6.6%, and you're not only losing out on the market, but you're also only giving yourself, if you're only getting 3% in your cash reserve, that's getting knocked down. So you're going to run out of money 21 times using this scenario. If you get up anywhere near 8%, 7.8%, then how often you run out of money? Again, that rule, because your cash reserve account, 40 times you'd be run out of money. Now, nobody would run out of money. Obviously, they would cut back on what they're taking out, but as they saw that happen. But this is what can happen if you start taking out much more than 4%. Maybe you can get up to 5%. We saw that was not too bad. But this is with a 70-30 split, but it doesn't really seem to matter. Let's go with a 60-40 to see if I just want to show you how we can work numbers here. 60-40 split, you even got a worst case scenario. Why? Because this withdrawal rate is so high. Go back to for example, 4,000 a month. To show you again, I'm showing you all kinds of variables here. Then you just have the 3 times you run out of money. With a 60-40, with a 70-30, you run out of money. Probably the same amount of times. Yep. How about a 50-50 split? 50-50. Actually, one more time. In other words, you want to leave as much money as you can in the S&P 500, but you need to have money over in a cash reserve account. So when the market's going down, they call that sequence of return risk. If that's happening those initial years and when you retire, that's when you're going to be in a world of hurt really quick. Let me show you that. Some people don't like that I use the depression years, so let's go to more recent years. 2000. You got these 3 down years, and it's knocking it down so fast. Even though the 3 down years, this 48,049 is coming out of the cash reserve account, the market's taken such a hit that eventually you're going to run out of money. In fact, in this case, you run out of money in 19 years, and that's why We saw 29, 1930, and the other two times were year 2000, I think 2001. But that's what's happening because this market's going down and you're uh, taking your money out. You don't want to sell low, so you're taking out over here, but by the time you hit right here, you're getting really low and you run out of money. But that's what we like to do on this channel is run different scenarios, different COLAs, different asset allocations, different amounts taken out, and we'll just project ahead uh, how often you might run out of money. In most cases, you're gonna be just fine. Here's the results. Look at these numbers. But there's those problematic years around the depression years, and the problematic if we have returns like the year 2000, where you could actually run out of money and you'd have to cut back how much you're taking out. But that's what we do on this channel. We run numbers for people. I love doing that. This is a unique channel, we believe. Just tell your friends and family and whoever you know about this channel and tell them I'll run numbers for them. We'll just project ahead what might happen in the future using the historical returns of the S&P 500. Please consider subscribing. Please share this with your friends, and thanks for watching.